So cool.
I love it. Check this out. It is a bed race. It's an exciting fundraiser and a chance to raise awareness for the homeless in Washington County. If you are competitive and creative, and you might want to start preparing your twin bed on wheels entry for the second annual bed race for Carl's Place.
I love it. Lori Prescott is the executive director of Family Promise, and Francie Stone is a board member. They're here to tell us more about the bed races and the fight to end homelessness in Washington County. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
This is the coolest event I've ever heard. I love, Karen's tease earlier where she said a race where you can lie down.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
That's a big deal. How did you guys come up with this idea?
Just thought of something. We wanted something unique for Family Promise and Carl's Place. Not everyone has a bed, so that was sort of the idea behind it, and we wanted to put that on wheels and get a team together so that everyone can participate. You can be in middle school, you can be an adult, you can be any age and run with the bed and compete.
They have motors? No motors, right?
Just the feet. No motors. There's strict rules. Yep, just your feet.
That's so cool. Talk a little bit about the organization, though. What is Carl's Place?
So Carl's Place is a part of Family Promise of Washington County, and we have two locations. One houses all of our families, and one now houses our homeless individual men and women. And it's brand new. We just had a grand opening back in February, and so that's about 7 months. And so that's where we need to raise this awareness for the individuals that stay there and that we home, and also to raise funds for what it takes to care for them.
There's so many, I think, stigmas about people who are homeless, and I think it's an important cause that we all step up to the line and help with. So talk a little bit about the need. What's the reality in Washington County for homelessness?
So the need is in Carl's Place, we can house 18 at a time, and there is a waiting list. And as soon as we transition someone out into rapid rehousing or their own apartment, someone else is ready to move in after an assessment. We have to go through case management. We have to see what kind of, if they have a mental illness or a physical challenge that we need to help with. We can pair them up with staffing agencies and get them employed, to be gainfully employed, to then start teaching them about a budget and moving out on their own and regaining their life and empowering them to do that on their own.
Life skills, important so that you can keep them in their own independent lifestyle.
And you're right, you don't think, usually you think sometimes big cities homelessness. You don't think of it happening in West Bend or someplace in Washington County, but homeless is everywhere, sadly.
It is statewide.
Who is Carl?
Carl is Carl Gluntz. He is he's worked for St. Vincent de Paul for many years. He's been in the community, and for 50 years now he's been helping with the Homeless Coalition and getting people off the streets in Washington County. So that is who the location is named after, correct.
Francie, tell me about this. This is a trophy, correct?
This is the traveling trophy.
Yeah, I love that.
Keep holding it. Keep holding it right there.
We need one of these, Tiffany.
It's a bedpost. And this is, you had to pry this away from last year's winners to get it here today, but you got it.
Bring it in and show you.
So people win this if they put together a bed and they raise. How many more, can you take a ton of people yet? Or how many people can you
Oh, absolutely.
You can register up until the day of the event, which is October 6th. So we welcome anyone to join us, anyone to sponsor a team that isn't willing to run themselves. They can sponsor that team and have members run for them.
What are the rules? Does it have to be like a realistically sized twin bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have to be awake?
No, it needs to have a mattress.
Yes, it does, and you have to wear a helmet.
Yes, and you have to be strapped in.
Do you have to operate it yourself, like Flintstone style, or you got runners?
So if the video's going, the runners are moving on foot as you see. Last year we did have a problem with part of the track if the wheels weren't big enough, so that's a clue. They hit the crack and the wheels came falling off, and they had to make a couple pit stops, but everyone in the community is so nice. They brought their tools, they turned them upside down, they added the wheels back on, and they were ready to go in the next heat.
Right.
How the costumes?
Yeah.
Right. How far is, did you say how far the race is?
So this year we reduced the length, so if that appeals to anyone, that's good. It's about 0.15 miles this year. It was a little, about a half mile last year, and so you are quite tired out here.
Yes. Boy, hamstrings, glutes, they're all working there.
Yeah, technically you could probably just show up in your PJs, right?
Exactly.
You can dress. There's a prize for the most creative dressed costumes.
Right. So last year we had the DeLorean as Back to the Future.
Awesome.
And we had a Corvette bed. We had the Holy Rollers. They dressed as saints. They were from a church. They pushed along. We had the Donut Dashers, was how they were self-named from the West Bend Police Department.
Oh, love it.
And they were our winners. And you should have tried to see me pry this out of their office to bring this here. And they said, don't bother. You'll just be handing it right back over. So.
Is there a cost to enter the race? If someone's watching this being like, I got to do this with my friends, my families, my kids, whoever.
Right. So there's a $150 registration fee, and that's just to have your team. You will have to make your own bed, but we do have vouchers if you can't find a bed frame. We can help you with that. And we also are thinking about offering a community bed, so that if you can't make the bed, we'll have a spare there for you. Just come, and we just want your participation. Be a spectator. Just come join us.
There's so much great stuff. You've got food, all the fun stuff going on that day. So people should come on out. It's on Saturday the 6th. It's at Regner Park in West Bend. You can visit more and learn more about the homelessness in Washington County by visiting familypromisewc.org. Check-in is at 9. Race is at 10. If you just want to go and be a spectator, do that as well. It sounds like it promises to be a great time.
No snoring allowed.
Yeah. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.